Yeah, no, you have to try some of the new stuff. And again, that's something I've been very close-minded to in the past, but I am doing a little bit more. But because the biggest thing with me is that two, I've got multiple businesses, but essentially I've got my physical agency that I do work with clients with. And then I've got the stuff that I do with YouTube, which also is, in addition to creating content, it's also coaching clients, videos. I'm talking about doing live seminars this year. I need to keep myself engaged in the online part of it because it is peaks and valleys, and things are constantly changing. And if you don't, you'll see money go down. I do have a residual that comes in through Google. I've gone over it, and at its best, it was I did a video on it a little while ago, but I think the best month I ever had was $15,000 or $16,000 in income through YouTube and whatever other things I have that are connected to YouTube. So, but it's not always like that. And as it goes down, I get frustrated. And it's no different, I think, for somebody out there who's making nothing and they keep trying and trying and trying, and you don't get any sort of something just to keep you in the game. And then of course somebody comes along and says, here, I'll give you this $2 crappy band. Can you do a video on it? And I'll give you the band, and they run off and do it because they just need some sort of feedback on something. And like just this week, I was getting a little bit frustrated. Not really. I mean, my channel's doing good, but I was like, I got to find something to wrap my head around this because I lose focus really quickly. Have a conversation with me and you'll see that. But so I made one phone call. Didn't know the company, didn't know the person, made one phone call based on who could benefit from my channel right now. I got a new sponsorship out of it. It took 48 hours.
Wow.
And this is, I don't know the company. I don't know what they want to hear because I don't know the people. Like there was no particular thing that I ran in and said that sold them on stuff. It's just basically, here's what I do. Here's my channel. Here's the primary focus. Here's my clientele. Here's their age. 80% of them are in the United States. They need products like the ones you sell. I have nowhere to send them. I'm in Canada. And I just left it alone. And basically 48 hours later, I have a new sponsor. And so that's the kind of things that I feel that everybody needs to be doing now, regardless of how many subscribers you have. Because I have talked about it before that if your content is good quality content, companies can use that content. Even if they have no people, if you have no people following you or very few, that's not necessarily a big thing to some companies because they see value in your content. I've been with companies in the past where just to do a random monthly product shoot to get some new product videos out, you're talking $7,000, $8,000. So if somebody can throw, well, instead of that, let's throw $1,000 to 3 different content creators who make good content, repurpose that. And with the 5,000 we save, we'll put that towards promotions or something. So companies are doing this now, especially right now. They're looking for ways to save money on their budgets. So if you make good quality content, and if you're not, you should be focused on that as opposed to more videos or things like that. Focus on good ones. There is an ample amount of opportunity for that. Would you kind of agree with that too?
100,000%. UGC content creators are huge right now on the other platforms. So that's what companies want. They want someone to create authentic looking user generated content for them so they don't have to do the work. We actually got ahead of that game with these retreats, a couple of years ago, because we said, we've got the house, we've got the women, we've got everybody in hair and makeup, we've got the photographers, we've got the videographer, we've got creative directors. So you can just pay us to take your product on vacation and we'll shoot it in one of our vacation spots. And it's worked great. We've worked with some great brands, and it does because, again, when they put together a marketing shoot like that for a new product or a seasonal product, they're spending anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000 just on the talent, the space, the photographer, video, all of the things. So UGC creators are huge now because to be that on Instagram, you don't even have to post it on your own feed or stories anymore. They strictly want you to just literally follow their, brand kit. They'll say, here's our launch for whatever. Here's the product. We will pay you for X amount of content, whether that's, 25 photos or 10 photos and reels, like done for us, so we can post them organically from ours instead of inviting us as a collaborator, so they're getting the credit on their pages.
Right.
So that's going to be a huge shift too this year, because they're not just paying people anymore to post on their page. They want them to create the stuff they'll share, so it looks like customers are sending in organic reviews of their product in a less formal manner. So it helps the brand establish that like, no trust factor. It shows the audience that it's getting, a good review. And yeah, they're not paying any of the overhead to do any of the space or talent. They're just giving you $1,000, which is great if that helps you out for the month, and they're not having to spend 10. I mean, it's a win-win on a lot of ways. So I love that you brought it up, because anyone who is more in that space or just wants partnerships really needs to explore UGC creator content. And that is going to be a big shift in organic marketing for that platform. Yeah, businesses, we don't want to pay the cost of ads. Businesses don't either, even if they have a big budget. They don't want to spend 20 to 40% more. I mean, why? So they're a lot smarter than we are, because obviously they have bigger plans. So why are we not following what those businesses are doing with their models as a solopreneur? Because you should be.
One of the very biggest trends in corporate marketing right now, whether it's health and fitness products or anything, is authenticity. It's actually moved its way to like #1 this year.
Wow.
And I've had clients who have actually asked me to dummy down my videos because they were too polished.
Nice.
Because they're looking for that kind of raw, organic. So this is what we mean, guys, when we talk about there's so much opportunity out there. They're looking for people like you to present videos like you present them. And, some of them will pay you. In some cases, it's product. In some cases, it's exposure. And don't write that off either. If you're just getting started and somebody wants you to do a review if you like their product and stuff, don't review a product you don't like. Don't sell your soul. But if it's something that is good, do a review on it. Tell them you'll put it up for X amount of time. Make sure that they're putting it on their social channels, and there's a residual value, because again, more people are exposed to you, and they may really like what you have to say and then like your other stuff.